Hey everyone, welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK. Lovely to have you here. Thank you so much if you are a returning viewer or subscriber. I really appreciate all your support, all your comments, all your thumbs up, all your subscribing. Lovely, thank you so much for that. And if you're new, then welcome. It's lovely to have new people coming on into the channel. So today's reading we're doing, are you really on your person's mind? And we have our three groups as usual. We've got card number 1, which is this card that says Strength, with the beautiful blue, midnight blue pendant here. Maybe you can see that there. Beautiful. And we have pile number 2, which is this card that says Foresight. Foresight, and that is with the rock quartz here. And then pile number 3, which is this card that says Truth. Truth, and the beautiful green hearts for pile number 3. So those are your three groups. Go for the one that's calling to you. Remember, it is a general reading, so just take what resonates. Never take a message that doesn't feel right. And it's timeless, so it should be good for whenever you're finding it. But otherwise, I'll see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey, pal number 1, and welcome to this pick a card reading, which is, are you really on your person's mind? And you chose to come into the reading under this card, which says Strength, with this stag here and all this beautiful blue coming from their antlers there. So that's part number 1. That's you. That's your first card with the gorgeous. Sorry, I'm getting my words tongue-tied there. The gorgeous midnight blue pendant, and I'm going to put that there so you can see that. Okay, so I've also got some oracle cards. Let's take a look at those. You have Skunk Spirit, Know Your Worth, card number 54. Okay, you also have 10, Pay Attention to Signs. Right, pay attention to signs. And then this card actually relates to the Chariot. So this is my Foresight Inspiration deck. And this is actually the Chariot. Okay, so, yeah, I mean, I think you definitely are on this person's mind because there's all this blue here coming from their antlers. From the antlers of the stag here. So it makes me think there's a lot of thought going on. Blue is associated with thinking, with communication. It reminds me of the swords suit in the tarot, which is again all about that, ideas, thinking, communicating. So I feel like this person might actually want to communicate with you in some way. They may have a lot of thoughts with all this blue here. And they may, because it reminds me of the throat chakra as well, because it's the colour of the throat chakra. They may want to communicate whatever it is that they're thinking to you, but maybe there's a need for strength, or maybe they are feeling strong in this situation, or they want to feel strong in this situation, but there might be some misgivings in some way, because you've got the Skunk Spirit, Know Your Worth, and Pay Attention to the Signs. So also that's number 10 and number 9, or 54 cancels down to 9, so 10's is about final endings and completions, and 9 is about also endings of a cycle. So you might be in separation from this person for some of you, or come, not with them. Now with the Chariot, that is a card of speed and movement. So I feel like in some way they are thinking of moving in some way, or I don't know whether it's towards you or away from you. To be honest, we need to do that. But I feel like movement is something that they are thinking about, but also maybe mastering. Because the Chariot card often shows the charioteer, which we sometimes call the emperor, being focused and in control of the chariot. So maybe that they want to master their thoughts or master the situation, be strong. That's why you've got the strength there. That maybe they're thinking, I need to be strong in this situation, because maybe with the Skunk Spirit, I mean, skunks tend to give off a bad odour, a bad smell, don't they? So they might be a little bit wary. They may feel that the situation has, there might be some toxicity in the situation or something like that. And pay attention to the signs might be that they might be getting intuitive hits, or you might be getting intuitive hits around this particular connection, something like that. But you are definitely on their mind, because with all this blue, I think there's a lot of thinking going on around you and the connection. But let's start off. Let's see. Let's just ask, shall we? Is pile number 1, really on their person's mind? Is pile number 1 really on their person's mind? We have the 2 of Cups. Is pile number 1 really on their person's mind? We have the Eight of Pentacles. Is pile number 1 really on their person's mind? We have the 8. We have Strength. Oh, that's interesting. So that's come out again. Strength has come out twice. And we have the 3 of Cups. And then the overarching energy is the Fool, which is the the Fool card here. So I feel like your person is thinking that they need strength in this situation, or they need to overcome certain challenges, because that is what the Strength card is. It's basically about overcoming challenges, you know, like this fierce lion. Normally we have somebody in other decks trying to, like a female figure, trying to close the jaws of the lion, but in a very gentle way to show that they are mastering that sort of brute strength, really, or that brute threat or force. Gently, they're able to control their, that threat. So maybe this person is saying, I need to be able to be strong in this situation. We need to overcome certain challenges in this situation. The Two of Cups, I mean, they're definitely thinking of you in a very loving way, because the Two of Cups is a beautiful relationship, really. It's a beautiful coming together emotionally. It's a relationship built on trust, built on friendship. It is, you can see these two crows here over this heart. So it is a love connection. So I feel like you are very much on their mind. But there's something in the situation which is maybe a bit of a challenge, or maybe a bit of a problem, and they need strength, or they're thinking that they need strength to overcome it. Now, with the Three of Cups, I feel like they're seeing you as somebody who could really provide joy and happiness to them, because that is the Three of Cups. It's a very joyful, celebratory card. It's also a card, I mean, this card is quite abundant, so it feels like they see you as quite somebody who's quite abundant, or somebody who, makes them feel happy in some way. With this wreath, it reminds me of sort of victory, and I feel like this person is seeing this situation as something that they could be victorious in. Now, it might be a three-way situation for some of you with the Three of Cups here, but I feel like they definitely want it just to be you and them if it has been a three-way situation. And that might be why you got the Signs and why you got the Skunk Spirit. Maybe there were some challenges in it. Maybe there was some toxicity around it, or some difficulties around it. But the Eight of Pentacles shows, and the Eight of Pentacles is about mastering something. I feel like this person is wanting to master this connection, wanting to get control of this connection. That might be why you got the Strength twice, because actually, on your initial card, which shows Strength, but this Stag here, stags can also represent, being the leader, taking the lead, making the right moves, also, like they're quite a spiritual animal, so I feel like this person feels quite a spiritual connection to you, and with the overarching energy being the Fool, I think they want a brand new beginning. So if you are not with this person, say like it's a crush situation, or you're looking at this person from afar, or you're wondering if they like you, or are you, well, you're on their mind. You're definitely on their mind, and there's something that they want to have a new beginning with you. It might be a little bit risky, or a leap of faith, or something like that, but they are feeling like they want to take that risk, take that leap of faith, because they feel this strong bond with you here. Again, I'm seeing the lotus flowers. Lotus flowers have to push up through the mud. We've got 3 of them here. They have to push up through the mud, push through all of that to come out and be beautiful and pristine. So maybe, again, it's making me think that maybe this has been through some challenges, maybe you're in separation, and they are wanting to renew it, or they want to bring it about again, or they want to have a new beginning in some way. But there are some things to get over with the Skunk Spirit and the, pay attention to the signs. There are some issues that need to be got over in order for them, in order for you and them to come together, maybe, either if you're in separation, or if it's like a crush situation or something like that. But with the Fool card, they definitely want this new beginning. Let's see what we've got here. Is pile number 1 really on their person's mind? Is pile number 1 really on their person's mind, please? Are they really on their person's mind? What does that say? These two seem to want to come out. I'm going to take them. This one says take action. I think it's about what I was saying there before. With the Chariot card, they may want to move quickly on this. They may want to move quickly. And that reminds me, take action here. But also it's about wanting to communicate maybe with you if you're not in communication. This one says meditations brings answers. And with all this blue here, I feel like they are doing that actually. That's why you've got all this blue connected to the antlers. You know, there's a lot of thinking. They might be doing it in quiet, and that would make sense when the meditation brings answers. They are really focusing in and thinking a lot about the situation, for sure. So let's put that there. So let's see what we've got here. What else have we got for pile number one? Is pile number one really on their person's mind, please? Is pile number one really on their person's mind? Justice. Again, that's got the number. It looks, I know it's number 11, but it just made me think of 2, because they're the same, aren't they, Roman numerals? Or for here anyway. 2. So it makes me think of 2. You know, 2s is all about, you know, partnership, friendship. And again, like, interestingly, I've just done the 2 of Wands. It's strange, isn't it, how it all works? Let's put, I've got another 2 that have flipped out. 7 of Swords, okay, and the 2 of Swords. So lots of 2s. Just when I said it reminds me of 2, we've got the 2 of Wands and we've got the 2 of Swords here. And what I would say, and we've got the 6 of Swords, is that, let me just put these so I can get them straight here. I mean, I was about to say with 2s, okay, so 2s is about partnership, friendship, relationship, balance, choice, harmony, that kind of thing. And what I feel is that's what this person is wanting somehow to maybe revive. Now, something may have gone down in this situation, and that's why we've got the 7 of Swords. And that's why you might have to pay attention to signs. Something or someone may have behaved poorly in this situation with the 7 of Swords, because that you can clearly see from this image that somebody's doing something that they shouldn't be doing. They're contemplating taking something, or burglary, but you know, committing burglary or theft or something like that, which is the 7 of Swords. It's taking something that doesn't belong to you. It is a sort of a toxic energy. It's not good energy. So, and it comes right below strength. So it might have been that something went down in this situation that was wrong, or that wasn't right, or that made somebody feel bad, or that did somebody wrong. And that's probably why you got the Strength card. This person is thinking they need to be very strong to overcome this situation. Justice. Underneath the 2 of Cups, I said it was like 2 and 2, but actually Justice is 11 here. It just reminded me, like I said, of the Roman numeral that said 2. They want things to be fair. They want things to be. It could have been here that you're at loggerheads with this person, or you were in separation from this person, or you maybe this looks like some sort of legal issue that's being decided here, or somebody's trying to, be the judge here between these 2 people, and that is what Justice is. So it may be that this person is thinking they want a fair outcome. They maybe want an end to any arguments or anything like that. With the 2 of Wands and the 2 of Swords, you know, it makes me feel that they are also fit. You know, there's some doubts. There's still some doubts for them, and that might be why you've got the Skunk Spirit and the pay attention to signs. So it could be that they are thinking about whether, you know, if you're in separation, they should stay on their own. Whether there's trust again in the situation, whether they can trust the situation. I think they want to trust the situation. They want to have balance here. And maybe if they did something wrong, I think they want to try and be fair. And the 2 of Swords is, again, being torn, some sort of torn. Somebody might have literally left the situation here with the 6 of Swords. And maybe that was very painful for someone, because the 6 of Swords can be, it goes with the Charity, a move with the Chariot card, like a moving away energy, but it can be also be a moving towards something. But it basically, what the 6 of Swords means is that you're coming out of a difficult situation and into smoother, calmer waters. So my sense is that this person is very much thinking about you, because it might be that you've gone through a very difficult time with this person, where maybe you've been on your own a lot, contemplating a lot of things. Maybe this person has been doing a lot of thinking. This person is on their own. They are, you know, out in nature. They're trying to relax, they're trying to meditate, they're trying to use that time to think, as well as, you know, spend time on their own, which is often what we have to do when we want to, you know, think about things. I feel like this person is spending a lot of time thinking about this situation, maybe about how to master it, you know, how to, and they're looking here through their binoculars at these mountains. And mountains always represent challenges. So I feel like maybe they're trying to master the challenges, or they're thinking, how can we master the challenges? The Two of Wands often means, you know, like the Ace of Wands or the Aces are seeds of something, the beginnings of something. And the Two of Wands is about planning and preparing and getting ready for something. And I feel like this person is trying to plan and get ready, maybe to come back towards you, or maybe to have the strength to overcome what went wrong, and, you know, to get over this kind of torn, you know, split energy, really, where, you know, you might even have children with this person, you might have been in a marriage with this person, and it might have come apart in some way. But the Six of Swords and the Fool is about starting again. It's about beginning a brand new phase, if you like, where you can start again, and where you can get over those difficult times. But it may have been that somebody already walked out of the situation, because this person is clearly walking away from this person here with child. They're moving out of it, and maybe they're thinking that would bring a better, you know, maybe they're thinking that would bring a calmness to the situation. But I feel like this person, because it comes underneath the Fool, is wanting to think about moving out of a tricky, difficult situation that you might have been in, and get into a better one with you, where it's fairer, where there is, you know, balance, really, rather than all this, maybe this tension or this arguing that there might have been with the skunk spirit and the pay attention to the signs, because that, you know, skunk spirit just reminds me of toxic energy, really, with the smell and everything of the skunk. And pay attention to the signs is, you know, maybe there were signs in this situation, or red flags in this situation for some of you. But I feel that this person with the Two of Cups, it does what, you know, is thinking in a two-way, really, is thinking about partnership, relationship, balance with the Justice card here, harmony, cooperation. They want that back. I feel like they want that back in some way. And if they have done something tricky, they're trying to overcome that. I feel like they are thinking about, they need to overcome whatever limiting, self-sabotaging behaviour that they may have done, or thing that they may have done. They are trying to be strong and overcome that in some way. Now, obviously, it might be a bit tricky for you if you've been at the receiving end of that, but I'm just saying for them, you know, you are on their mind, and I think that they would like to be with you. But let's see what else we've got. Is there any... I'm going to have one more of these. Is part number one really on their person's mind? Is part number one really on their person's mind? Again, two is going out in two. Look for a sign, and abundance. Okay, so I feel like they do want things to be abundant with you again. I feel like there might be at the moment be a lot of things to work out still, with the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords here. A lot of things still to overcome. But I feel essentially at the end of the day they want an abundant situation. They may be looking for a sign from you, or possibly some sort of indication from you that you would want to be with them. Possibly that might be look for a sign. That might be why you've got to look for a sign. But let's see what else we've got. Is par number one really on their person's mind? Is par number one really on their person's mind? We've got this one. This says trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Okay, and we've got two more here. I'm going to take those and then I'm going to leave it. So this one says Secret admirer, someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. So if you're in separation from this person, maybe it's an ex or something, then they're still liking you. And then we've got this one here, which is passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surround you at present. Enjoy it. So there might still be a lot of attraction. I definitely feel there's love. A lot of attraction still between you and your person. But anyway, pile number 1, that's been your reading. I hope you liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, and welcome back to your reading. So today's reading is, are you really on their mind? Are you really on your person's mind? And if you are, what are they thinking? What's going through their mind about you? So you chose to come into the reading under this card, which just, oh gosh, it says Foresight. I think this image is really powerful. I can just see this eye of this cat. So I feel like this person is got their eye on you, definitely. And they might be trying to think, you know, how things are going to turn out in the future with the Foresight here. They might be thinking, what's going to happen in the future? They might be thinking a lot, giving a lot of thought to that, what's going to happen in the future of this situation. But they've definitely got their eye on you here. Or they're looking, they might be doing it secretly. This might be a secret situation for some of you, a secret crush situation, something like that. And you're just wondering whether you're on their mind. I'm going to take the blue pendant out of pile number 1. That might be a little sign for you to listen to pile number 1 if you felt drawn to it. But anyway, we've also got the rock quartz here, so let's put that there so you can see it. Okay, so I've also pre-shuffled some oracle cards. Let's have a look at those. So we have got Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. And of course, hawks, I think hawks can see from their prey, can't they, from high up. Again, that's about looking down on something, really. It goes with the cat here, looking in the cat's eye, looking sort of secretly. This person might be looking at you from a distance. This might be a crush situation for some of you, and wondering with the Foresight what action to take, you know, for the future. And it says, let Spirit be your guide. Card number 32. This is self-sabotage. A little bit more self-sabotage. Somebody might be sabotaging this connection, or they might be sabotaging this connection by their behaviour or their way of thinking or something like that, or maybe they think you are. And this card relates to the 10 of Pentacles, which interestingly is all about a stable, happy, united, committed situation. So maybe that's something that they are thinking they could have with you, or something that they want to have with you, or maybe this is something that you have with them already. Maybe you're in a committed situation, you're just asking whether you're actually on their mind, whether they think about you. Anyway, let's see, let's ask, let's get our tarot out. So those are just some of the initial thoughts. 32 does cancel down to 5, and 5s can sometimes mean challenges, risks, taking action, things changing, that sort of thing. But anyway, let's ask, you know, is part number 2 really on their person's mind? King of Pentacles. So that's another card that represents commitment, because you've got the 10 of Pentacles. So you might actually be, for some of you, in a relationship, and you know, in a steady or secure or stable or solid relationship with this person. But there might be something, you know, there might be something going on in it that's just making you question it a little bit, maybe their behaviour or what they're doing with the self-sabotage here. Yeah, but anyway, let's see. So is pile number 2 really on their person's mind? Are they really on their person's mind? Is pile number 2 really on their person's mind? 6 of Wands. What else have we got? The Moon. Pile number 2 really on their person's mind. 2 of Pentacles. And the overarching energy is the High Priestess. This I feel like it goes really well with the Foresight here. There's something secret in this situation. So this might be like a secret crush, because you've got the Moon, you've got the Foresight, this cat looking from behind the door, you have the High Priestess as the overall energy. So there might be something hidden, something secret about this situation where this person either secretly likes you, if it's like a crush situation. I feel like you are on their mind, but they are keeping that very much to themselves. They are focusing in on you, and maybe looking at you from a distance, but yeah, they're keeping their emotions, or they're keeping, they're sort of they're hanging back a little bit. Now it's interesting with the High Priest, this particular High Priestess, because you can see the crystal ball, you can see the runes, and you can see the cards here, and it goes with the Foresight. I feel like this person might be, maybe they're looking at a lot of tarot readings. They're trying to find out from spiritual practices, about you and about the potential of the connection. Maybe you are quite a spiritual person. You might even be a tarot reader or something like that, and they're just checking you out. If you've got some kind of platform where you deliver, maybe you deliver those services, and they can see you and they're looking at you. But there could be something very secret, like I say, very secret or hidden in this situation. They may be in a committed situation. They may actually be in a committed situation here. And you might be a bit of a temptation for them in some way. That's the other way. The other way of reading this is that you are in a committed situation, but they're sabotaging it in some way by being secretive, by not sort of revealing how they're feeling, what they're thinking. You're sort of trying to guess that, really, because with the Moon card and with the High Priestess, everything is kind of hidden beneath the surface. But I mean, with the King of Pentacles, that is a committed card. So I feel like this person is thinking of you in a committed way. Either if you're, not together, or if you are together, they are still thinking of you in a committed way. But there is something which is, is some sort of behaviour, maybe some secret behaviour that's maybe sabotaging the situation if you're in a situation with them. But with the Six of Wands and the King of Pentacles, they see this, they are thinking of this as a committed situation. They're thinking of it as a victorious situation, something, because Six of Wands is about victory, it's about recognition. So I'm thinking that they do think that they want that with you. I mean, maybe they're just, with the Eye here and with the High Priestess, maybe they're just sort of like examining, if you're in a connection with them, examining the connection again, just kind of looking into the connection and thinking, well, could there be more to this connection? So it could be a little bit of a self-examination, really. There may be some confusion in the situation. It's at the moment, the Moon card can be a confused card, but it's also a card of deep emotions. So I feel like there's a lot of depth to this person, actually, but they might be quite difficult to read, or they might present as somebody who is committed, stable and solid. And they do have all those qualities, don't get me wrong, we've got the dog here, they are loyal, but there's a lot more depth to them. They might have a lot of psychic ability, actually, or you might have a lot of psychic ability. Someone's got a lot of spiritual ability to predict the future. So it could be that they are psychic, you are psychic, or someone is very spiritual, or both of you are in this connection. And it could be that if you are someone who's very spiritual and psychic, that is something that really draws them in, that pulls them in, if you've got those abilities or if you've got those skills, certainly. And they might not be like that, actually, here with the King of Pentacles. They might be much more down to earth or straightforward in some way. Or maybe that is the thing, maybe if you're like that, quite sort of psychic, that is the thing that is something that they are a little bit wary of, possibly, with the self-sabotage here, or have limiting beliefs about, because they're showing up as the King of Pentacles. Maybe they would have limiting beliefs about that, and might be a bit frightened about that, or a bit confused about that in some way. But I certainly feel that they're seeing you as somebody that they would want to commit to, that they're kind of like focusing in on, that they're looking at, maybe looking at secretly. I feel like there's a lot of secret energy to this. But I feel like it's got something to do with someone's psychic ability or ability to see beyond the kind of everyday, really, the ability to see something deeper or something more spiritual in life that might be making this person a little bit wary, as well as being attracted to it. So they're kind of got that wariness, but as well as being very attracted to it in some way. Or maybe they are thinking, or maybe they're just having a lot of intuition about this situation, but somehow with the King of Pentacles here, they might be trying to deny that, and that could be why you've got the self-sabotage, because it doesn't sort of sit right with them, they don't understand it, it's not something they can relate to, but they feel the pull of it, something like that. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. So you are very much on their mind, and I think of somebody that they could see potentially to have a committed situation with, but there may be some sort of confusion or something around somebody's skills and abilities that mean that they are more in touch with the spiritual side of life than maybe the other one. Is pile number 2 really on their person's mind? Is pile number 2 really on their person's mind? So there might be a need for a lot of guidance in this situation. That's the other thing. There might be a need for a lot of guidance in this situation, a lot of spiritual guidance. Is pile number 2 really on their person's mind? Well, these two want to come out. They're all coming out in 2s. Listen, look at that. That's uncanny. This says listen to your intuition. So maybe you or this person needs to listen to their intuition. The High Priestess, that's why you've got the Foresight. That's why you've got the Moon. Listen to your intuition about this situation. Whatever it is this is going on in this situation, you need to listen to those intuitive hits about this situation. But I feel like your person, there might be a bit of resistance to them doing that somehow. Or maybe not valuing that in some way. And this says within the next few weeks. So there's a sort of timing card there. Within the next few weeks. And listen to your intuition. Interesting. Okay, so let's see if we can have one of these before we get any more tarot out. Is pile number 2 really on their person's mind? And even this says, let spirit be your guide. There's something about needing to really listen to your intuition, allow it, whatever thought, intuitive beliefs or feelings you have about this connection. You're getting lots of signs here, even if it means listen to tarot readings, use whatever divinatory tools you have at your disposal to get a sense of this sort of connection, to give you answers on this connection. I feel like there is a strong, this person is essentially a stable and settled person. Let's see what we got here. Is pile number 2 really on their person's mind? Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. And see, that is, again, goes very well listen to your intuition. So find a quiet space. Find that quiet moment to relax, to meditate, and to hear the guidance. Look inside yourself. Hear the guidance. Examine what's causing you to feel this way. Okay, so there's something about this situation where you really need to listen to what you are being kind of told, really intuitively. So let's see what else we've got. And they are thinking that as well. But I feel like there's some resistance with them. Is pile number 2 really on their person's mind? 6 of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. Is pile number 2 really on their person's mind? Ace of Swords, and then this one is the 4 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. I mean, I feel like for many of you, this could be a sort of either a secret situation or a crush situation or a situation possibly where it's not really come into being. It's a relationship that hasn't sort of started. Maybe, but this person wants there to be something. I feel like they're looking at you from a distance here with the Foresight card here. I feel like they want the Wheel of Fortune, they want it to go in their favour, they want things to turn in their favour with this situation. They want to be victorious and they want it to turn in their favour. They want to have a brand new beginning, I feel, with you, or to start something with you with the Ace of Swords, start something truthful and honest with you. And they are willing to work towards that with this little boy saving up in his guinea pig. They're willing to take steps, small steps, to work towards creating that situation. Towards that here with the Six of Pentacles, where they're willing to give to the situation in some way, because the Six of Pentacles is about being generous. I feel like this person wants to give to this situation. They want out of confusion, because we've got the Moon card here, which can mean confusion or things not being clear or things being in the dark. It comes the Ace of Swords, which is clarity. So I feel like if this is a secret crush situation, or something that a relationship that is being conducted in secret, not being revealed, I feel like they want that to end with the Ace of Swords, and they want a new, clear, honest beginning, because that is the Ace of Swords. And again, if there's some confusion, or they weren't, you know, they're not with the Two of Pentacles, they were kind of dithering. Maybe if you're in a secret situation with them, they were dithering about whether they wanted to bring it out into the open. With the Four of Pentacles, I feel that they do. I feel that they want to take small steps to make it happen in a concrete way. Now, the overarching energy is the Nine of Pentacles, which is a wish fulfillment card, actually, but it's in a very material way. It could be that you work with this person. Maybe some of you work with this person. This might be a bit of a work crush. The Nine of Pentacles just is like a wish fulfillment in a very sort of material way. Because here you can see this person enjoying all her, you know, her new bag and her new shoes, and just looking at herself, and you know, really enjoying the fruits of her labour. So I feel like this person is looking, but again, it's somebody who is sort of like, you know, very sort of very independent and proud, isn't she? To kind of, you know, she looks kind of very proud and very full of herself. So I feel like this person wants, again, this secrecy almost to be out and proud, really. They want it to be out there. They don't want to be. They don't want it to be in the dark anymore. They want it to be out in the open. But the Nine of Pentacles is an independent energy, so it might be that they see you as somebody who's very independent. They're thinking of you as somebody who's very independent, somebody who's very capable of looking after themselves, very, very confident, very sure of themselves, very happy in their own company, and they might be worried that you would not maybe want them or would not be interested in them, because you seem to have, they're thinking maybe you've got all your life sorted out, you know, that you could be some sort of business person or somebody who's in charge of something, or you actually, I feel like with part number 2 that you are actually quite psychic. That's what I'm picking up. That you're very psychic and spiritual, and spiritually connected and very intuitive. And you might make a living from that. Just from some of you, you might actually make your living from that. And that may be something that, like I say, attracts this person, but also they just find that it could be a bit of a challenge for them. It's not their world, if you like, in some way. But you are definitely very somebody that they admire, that they like, and I think that they would like to you know, if it's a secret crush, they would like to for it to come out into the open in some way, definitely. Certainly. Is there anything else here? But anyway, let's see what else we've got for pile number 2 and their person. Yeah, I feel like they want to focus in on it. I feel like they want to kind of focus in on it in some way. And they might have held themselves back with this kind of possible kind of prejudice or whatever towards, you know, a more spiritual. It just might be something that they find hard to understand, and that might be what sabotaged them or sabotaged the connection in moving forward in some way. Okay, so is pile number 2 really on their person's mind? Are they really on their person's mind, please? What does this one say? Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Okay. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. Okay. What else have we got? So here's a pile number 2. Really on their person's mind, please. Are they really on their person's mind? That one and that one. This one is new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Well, that would go with everything we've just been saying. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you'll be surprised where it leads. Okay, so pile number 2, that's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome back to your reading. So today's pick a card reading is, are you really on their mind? And if you are, what are they thinking? What's going through their mind about you? So you chose to come into the reading under this card with this sword pointing downwards with the word truth as well. So that's your first card. And the little green heart here. So I'm just going to put that there so you can see it still. Actually, that's a little bit of shadow in shadow there, isn't it? Okay, let's put it there so that we can see it. And you've also got some other oracle cards. So you've got Dove Spirit, card number 21, Be Peace. Dove Spirit. And then this is my Aura Inspiration deck. And it relates to the Page of Wands. And it also comes from Aura Colour Therapy, which is like a colour system. And it relates to bottles. There are coloured bottles. And each of the bottles, as well as having a number, they have a name. And this relates to the Humpty Dumpty bottle, you know, the Humpty Dumpty rhyme. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, and Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. So it makes me feel that maybe for some of you, this is a situation that might have fallen in some way, or that might have had come into separation, or it might be, you know, you might be apart from this person in some way. This says take off your mask or masks. Maybe it's interesting because you've got truth, haven't you? So maybe somebody is wearing a mask in this situation, or was wearing a mask, and there needs to be truth now in this situation. Or this person is thinking we need to have truth and honesty in this situation. Maybe they're wanting that. Maybe they're wanting some peace. If it's coming to separation, it was difficult or something like that. Page of Wands is about new beginnings, but pages also talk about messages. So the Page of Wands, they might want to message you or connect with you, something like that. So that could be just some of the thoughts that I've got. But anyway, let's ask. So, is part number 3 really on their person's mind? Is part number 3 really on the mind? I mean, obviously, Dove Spirit is about, you know, doves are, you know, birds of peace, aren't they? You know, so it makes me, you know, that they want to maybe extend the hand of peace, either in separation, if there's been some problems, it's come apart in some way. Is part number 3 really on their person's mind? Are they really on their person's mind, please? No. Is part number 3 really on their person's mind? On there. The 10 of Swords, okay. I feel like this one wants to come out. Judgment. 7 of Cups. And then this last one here, which is the 9 of Pentacles, okay. And the overarching energy is the 4 of Pentacles. Yes, this situation might be a little bit stuck with the 4 of Pentacles here. Somebody might be being stubborn. There might be some stubbornness in this situation with this 4 of Pentacles. Or somebody wants to hold on to the situation tightly, or hold on to something tightly. Right, I mean, with the 10 of Swords, are you on their mind? I mean, I think that you are on their mind. With the 10 of Swords, I feel like there's been a lot of pain with the 10 of Swords, because, you know, clearly this is a person lying with all these 4 swords, or 10 swords, I should say, in them. So, and it's quite a dark card, isn't it? So it makes me feel that there's a lot of pain, you know, and swords is all about thoughts, really. So I feel like your person's thoughts about you are quite painful at the moment. And again, interestingly, it's all these swords that are down. So it makes me feel that maybe this person feels a little bit defeated in this connection, really. And the Ten of Swords can actually be the ending of something. So maybe this person is feeling or thinking that this situation has defeated them in some way, and they want to. Now I feel like this person does want to, though. It could be that their own behaviour with the take off the masks created tension in the situation. Their own, maybe they were false, maybe they were untrue, maybe there were red flags, maybe they behaved in a deceitful way or something like that. But I feel with the Truth card, with the Dove Spirit, with the Page of Wands, they kind of want to move from the Ten of Swords. They want to move from the pain of the situation, which is definitely what they are thinking and associating with you and them at the moment, that there is a lot of pain in that situation. But with the Ten of Swords, you always have the prospect of being able to rise, because with the Ten of Swords, as you can see in this card as well, even though it's, you know, it's kind of dead, it's kind of come to an ending. Tens is about endings of cycles. There's always a promise of a new dawn just here, a new horizon, a new sunrise, if you like. So I feel like this person is thinking that, yes, there is a lot of pain that I feel in this situation. It might have been caused by my own stubbornness or my own inability to connect emotionally, something like that, my own inability with the Four, because that can sometimes be the Four of Pentacles, where somebody is not able, is too focused on the everyday, too focused on just getting through each day without being... without sort of connecting emotionally, either to others or actually to themselves, really. They're just sort of too focused on sort of practical things, really. So it could have been their own sort of stubborn, practical behaviour, which, you know, didn't emotionally connect with you or the situation. But I feel like they want... It's interesting because you've got the Judgment, which comes right next to the Ten of Swords, which has this promise of rising up. Well, Judgment is about rising up. So I feel like this person is thinking, I would like a renewal. And I feel like almost definitely most of you in this situation have come into separation with this person. And they're thinking, I want a renewal. I want to renew this situation. I want it to rise and be better, really, because that is the Judgment card. It might mean that there needs to be some sort of... there might be some legal issues with this, with the Judgment card here. The Seven of Cups is like, I feel like there's some... dreaming. I feel like they might be fantasizing and dreaming about this connection, because that is the Seven of Cups. Apologies if you can hear the thunder. Suddenly it's got very dark. I've got my light on here, but there's a lot of thunder coming in. So it might be quite a stormy, it might have been quite a stormy connection for you, this connection, and it might be quite a stormy time right now. That might be why you've got the Dove here, because there needs to be peace in the situation. But I feel like this person is sort of fantasizing, is dreaming about it. And the Nine of Pentacles is like a wish fulfillment card, but it's also a card of independence. I feel like material things and material gains are really important to your person. I think that's something that's really important to them. I think their independence is also really important to them. So maybe they're thinking, I do want a renewal of this situation, but I also want... my independence. I also want us to be independent as well as being together. So there might be something like that going on here. But it makes me feel that this person, they could have been, they could be quite wishy-washy in their energy. They could have been a bit non-committal. And that might still be there with them. That might still be there here with the Seven of Cups. So again, that they might be not very emotionally connected. I think they do want a renewal, but for you, pile number 3, just to sort of be aware, I think they are dreaming of that, but they could be just very focused on their career, on their work, on making it materially rather than emotional connection, really. And that might be something that you need to be aware of. If you're wanting something very kind of emotional, they may not be able to deliver that. But let's see what else comes out. Is pile number 3 really on their person's mind? Is pile number 3 really on their person's mind? Well, these two are coming up. Let's see what these two are. So this one says no, and this one says helpful people. So I mean, no could mean anything. It doesn't actually mean, you know, no, you're not on their mind, because I think you are on their mind. But you could actually be saying, no, I'm not sure, if this is in separation, no, I'm not sure I would want this situation back. Or no, I can't give emotionally. That might be what's going on as well. Let's see what else we've got. Let's see if we've got a message card here. Here's a pile number, oh, I'm going to take those 3 because they've just popped out. So one says secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than you're letting on. So you might be in separation from this person, but yeah, they still like you. So that's that one there. I think this pile, that one came out in pile number 1. So if you feel drawn to pile number 1. This one says, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So it could be that there was a lot of triggering in this situation. Something like that. A lot of blame. There might have been a lot of blame. That might be why it was quite painful. And then we've got healing. This is the card of healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light and feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So there might be some healing. That might be why you got the dove. That there needs to be some healing, and this person wants there to be some healing in some way. Now what I'm going to do, because we're not allowed to have any nudity on YouTube, I'm going to put my little green heart there to cover that up. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. Right. Is pile number 3 really on their person's mind? I mean, the helpful people might be that, you know, there's some guidance needed in this situation. Maybe you need to get some guidance for this situation, pile number 3, and there's lots of, this is just, you know, reminding you that there are people around you that can give you that guidance. Is pile number 3 really on their person's minds? 9 of Cups. Oh, so that's interesting, because you've got the 9 of Pentacles, then the 9 of Cups. Then you've got the Queen of Swords. Is pile number 3 really on their person's mind? 9 of Wands. A lot of 9s in this reading, and of course 9s is all about endings of cycles, completion and new beginnings, really. Is pile number 3 really on their person's mind? The Chariot and the 10 of Pentacles again. I mean, definitely they want this beginning with you. They want to be with you. I think they definitely want to be with you, because after the 9 of Pentacles and me saying, oh, I wasn't sure about whether there was an emotional connection. I mean, the 9 of Cups is that wish fulfillment. So I think they're out of the 10 of Swords. They are wanting this wish fulfillment, which is you. And it's just started to rain really heavily. So it could be the connection right now could be quite a, you know, it could be quite dark at the moment. It could be going through a bit of a stormy time. It could be going through a bit of a difficult time. You might be, like I say, in separation. But I feel this person wants this 9 of Cups with you. They want to have a wish fulfillment with you. This, it might be that, I'm just getting the feeling that you might be saying no. They might be thinking you're saying no. Because the Queen of Swords is somebody who looks, I mean, she just looks pretty cross here, doesn't she? She looks like she's not going to take any nonsense. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who has emotionally shut off their heart. So they might feel that you are quite closed off to this new beginning with the Judgment card that they are thinking about. You know, because you've got the Queen of Swords, and it reminds me of this no, because you know, because of just her whole expression and body language, and maybe they're thinking that you would not want that new beginning with them. Now, out of the 7 of Cups is the 9 of Wands. So the 7 of Cups is about dreaming, fantasizing. The 9 of Wands is about defending yourself, really. It's about, you know, it's almost like the wounded warrior, really. So I felt this person is still thinking that they can get this situation back, that they can, you know, stand up to whatever challenges there are in the situation, and that they can still, you know, they're thinking, I'm still standing, I still want to have this dream. There's a lot of dreaming going on. 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups, a lot of fantasizing and dreaming and wishing about you. And I feel like they're still willing to meet the challenge, if you like, if it is a challenging situation. And the Chariot is about movement, and I feel like this person wants to move towards you. Now, they look like they're very focused, they look like they're very determined. With the 2 dogs here, it just makes me feel that they feel maybe a sense of loyalty, a sense of commitment to you, and they want to move towards that. They want to move towards that sense of commitment. And the overarching energy here is the 10 of Pentacles. Well, the 10 of Pentacles is about committed energy, really. It's about being happy, it's about being settled, it's about being stable. I do think, as I said before, though, that your person does put material gain as a very important goal for them, and they like to feel materially comfortable. I mean, we all do, and the 10 of Pentacles is very much about that. It's about being in a committed situation in a very material way, in a very safe way, you know, all the family together, you know, mum, dad, or, you know, partner, grandparents, kids, the dogs, you know, everyone. They kind of, it has that kind of commitment, that kind of feel to it. And I feel like this person is willing or wanting to get over the challenges, really, to walk down the path, even if it looks dark at the moment, even if it looks a bit dark and scary, you know, because of the challenges that might lie ahead. Again, this is quite a cold scene of snow. I feel like they've got their torch and they feel well prepared to meet whatever challenges there might be in the situation with you and them. But I think there is a bit of fear maybe as well, that you would not have them back with the Queen of Swords here, that you would not want them back, you would not want this new beginning. Maybe before they wore too many masks, it was too difficult. But I feel like this person does feel and is thinking very strongly about you, and wants, you know, you are a wish in many ways for them. With the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles, you're a wish fulfillment for them. But let's see what else we've got. I can really hear the rain now. I hope you can't hear it too loudly on the camera or on the mic. Okay, so let's see. Is part number... But it makes me just feel that this situation might just be going through a stormy time, a rainy time, a bit of a dark time at the moment. So is part number 3 really on their person's mind? Are they really on their person's mind? What's that one say? 2 again, and we've got not the right time. And that might be why we've got the Queen of Swords here. Maybe they're thinking that you believe it's not the right time, or that you feel more need to have more time to heal. And then this says communicate clearly. So with the Queen of Swords, I mean, the Queen of Swords is the master of communication. So maybe you're thinking there needs to be, you know, we can't just rush back into this. We need to communicate clearly. We need to plan it out. We need to think about, you know, where the situation is going, you know, how we're going to put it all back together again, that kind of thing, rather than sort of fantasizing and dreaming, which might be what your person is going through at the moment. But anyway, I definitely feel this person is thinking we could get this situation could be committed either again, or it could be a committed situation. That's what they're wanting. So how is part number 3 really on their person's mind? Well, this one is, yeah, look, transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. I feel like this person wants transformation in this situation, for sure. They want to take off the mask. So if the mask was that they weren't very emotionally connected before, or they weren't themselves, or they weren't being honest, I feel like they want to do that now. They want to have truth. They want to be honest and truthful. Obviously, whether you want to take them back is your choice, because I think with the Queen of Swords here and the No card, you might be, you know, thinking it's not going to be that easy to do, or we certainly need to take our time and think about it very carefully, or I need to be discerning. You know, maybe there's a message for you there, pile number 3. Maybe you do need to be discerning with this person. So is pile number 3 really on their person's mind? Now we've got those 2, and we have got this one. which is, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. So maybe there's something about, and obviously this is completely up to you, part number 2, but maybe there's something about you trusting and softening in some way, possibly, if that relates to you. But obviously that is a specific message. If it doesn't relate to you or how you're feeling or how you are in this connection, then, you know, just let that go. But I'm just saying there might be a need for some softening. Again, it's interesting because we've landed on, again, the dove, which is, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So there you go, part number 3. That's when you're reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.